So, we're going to watch the speech of Kong Ungab and then later on, ikakabit ko nga to dun sa discussion natin tungkol sa determination ng flood control project. Ang Pilipinas, okay, has been doing this kind of approach pagdating sa flood control project natin. Ano yon? Planned obsolescence. Magtatayo ng flood control project na siguradong masisira. Hindi tayo gumagawa ng flood control project para magtagal. Ang ginagawa natin, gumagawa tayo ng flood control project para ito ay masira. Bakit? Kasi nga, ang flood control project, pag nasira, sasabihin, act of nature, ganyan-ganyan, wala tayo, na-overwhelm ang flood control project ng bagyo, ganyan-ganyan. And then it is written off the books. Wala ka nang habulin. You just have to wait for a typhoon to cross that area. Minsan kahit walang typhoon, masisira na lang siya. Diba? Sabihin na lang na baha kasi talaga namang umuulan sa buong Pilipinas Talaga namang umuulan sa buong Pilipinas, bumabagyo, meron naman talagang habagat. So might as well. So they are not building a flood control project that is reliable because what they want to do is to fund the same project again and again every year. Ganyan ang ginagawa nila. Okay? Ganyan ang ginagawa nila. So, ngayon, you will be shocked sa mga revelations ni Kong Ungab. And I would like to show this to everyone kasi this is something that we should talk about. This is something that we should explain to everyone, sa mga kamag-anak ninyo, sa mga kaibigan ninyo. Ilang beses nang nagtatangka na magkaroon ng flood control master plan. Duly studied and duly funded na flood control projects that is supposed to be dependable. And these are supposed to be foreign assisted. Ngayon, 11 projects ito, sabing ganun ni Kong Ungab. 11 projects ito na flood control na nasa 2024 budget at nasa 2025 budget. Take note, lahat ng mga ito, pinag-aralan, meron ng loan agreement, may signed loan agreement na, may mga ano na. If you're going to take a look at these 11 projects na dumaan sa mga meticulosong procedures, dahil long-term tong mga to and because this is foreign assisted, foreign funded, comprehensive ang feasibility studies nito. May mga impact study to, kompleto to. And this is supposed to be This is supposed to meet international standards because it is foreign assisted. Yung mga magfa-fund nito, of course, ayaw rin nilang mapahiya. 'Di ba? Kung i-fund natin ang flood control program ng Pilipinas, of course, it has to be something that is truly dependable. Pero bakit dinilit itong mga proyektong ito? Ayan. Before we continue talking about this, let's just watch yung ni Kong Ungab, yung speech ni Kong Ungab.
What happened? Anong nangyari sa big ticket, high impact flood control projects that were funded by ODA? They were lodged under the Foreign Assisted Projects or FAPs. I think this was presented in the 2024 budget and 2025 budget. Can you give me an explanation or clarification on that? Kasi malalaki to. I understand that the foreign creditors here are JICA, Asian Development Bank, World Bank, IBRD, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, Korea Economic Cooperation Development Fund, and the government of China. Pag na-approve na kasi yan, yung mahaba yung proseso. Very, very technical. Kompleto yan. Feasibility study, everything. Pumasa na ito sa DBCC, pumasa na sa Monetary Board, at saka meron ng sovereign guarantee. Anong nangyari? Please clarify, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, Honorable Sid Ungab, if I may just ask Undersecretary Emil Sidain, who is in charge of our foreign assisted projects, to respond.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Your Honors. Relative to the ODA or foreign funded projects, which are actually the high impact projects, this has been actually implemented, Madam Chair, Your Honors, in most of our yearly implementations since the past administrations until now. But it goes through the process of approval from the NEDA, previously with NEDA, passing through the ICC Technical Board. Then once it goes up to ICC Cabinet Committee, all the way to the NEDA Board. And until now, Mr. Chair, all these flagship projects goes to the proper vetting of all the line agencies for review. With regards for to flood control, most of these projects, especially the big ticket projects, goes also to the detailed master plan and feasibility studies before this can be submitted to the NEDA or the DepDep for proper review. And with this, Mr. Chair, once it goes to the approval, the lending institution, if this is actually with JICA, World Bank, ADB, or Korean Exim Bank, the appraisal mission has to come to the Philippines for a more rigid evaluations of the same. So, napakasisinan po ang review, but isang importante po dito that we have to recognize, the NEDA ICC has to evaluate the projects on a threshold that all projects that should be funded through foreign should go a threshold passing the 10% economic internal rate of return. Meaning if the IR is low, there could be no ROI or impact to the government and to the public. So isa po yun din na tinitignan po ng ating mahal na Pangulo once it reaches the EDC, the Executive Development Council, all these projects can really give a high boost to the economic development of the country. Now, Mr. Chair, with regards to the funding, we got actually funds as early as 2022, 23, a very minimal budget compared to the NEP that was actually foreseen for release. Bumababa po siya doon sa expected. And what is more worse, last year, 2024, we received a zero budget from the GAA. May dumating naman po ito, pero these are actually more on the unprogrammed budget. So meaning, wala po siya sa priority as to budgeting, and the unprogrammed normally comes out on the third and fourth quarter. So the effect for the insufficiency of funds or the lack of funds from the program line items of these flagship projects can eventually result into a slowdown of implementation, the suspension or delay also on the procurement kasi wala po katayong CAF for the certificate of ability of funds, so you cannot proceed with the bidding. And more worse, it can also generate a commitment fee because all loans are given a prescribed timeline, and this timeline, inclusive of the funding and as well as the component by project implementation, should be properly approved and implemented by the line agency, which is DPWS. So kung bitin po yung pondo, we always drag it to a more delay, more timelines that are necessary to complete the whole projects. So, yun po ang problema namin. That's why in the next year budget, we would like to get the most exact NEP as actually been proposed in the DPWH for 2026 po. Thank you po.
Hindi ko siya maintindihan. Hindi ko siya maintindihan. Ginagawa niyang complicated. Kasi ang tanong lang naman ni Kong Ungab, anong nangyari dun sa mga ODA? Kasi 'di ba ang mga foreign assisted projects, ODA is Office of Development Assistance, if I am not mistaken. ODA stands for Official Development Assistance. So most of the time foreign funded projects 'yan, yung ODA. So sabi niya kino-complicate, no? Yung simple lang naman talaga yan eh. Okay, merong mga foreign funded projects. Yung mga foreign funded projects na to, in terms of loans, na-approve na, nagka-feasibility study na, identified na, 11 na nga ito eh, ganyan. So ngayon, usually kasi kapag ka merong mga foreign assisted project, hindi naman yan lahat ipapautang ng ng creditor. Baka ayaw talaga ipaintindi sa tao ang proseso. Yeah, meron talagang ano, may intention talaga to confuse people. So ngayon, ang mangyayari, okay, di meron kang ODA. So ngayon, yung ODA mo na yan, of course, part niyan, yun nga yung foreign as yung loan, and it's not usually naman the entire project eh. So usually yan, may share yung government diyan pagkatapos yung loan. Ganon. So para hindi mo i-carry lahat yung burden, hindi ka i-carry lahat ng burden ng gobyerno yung kunwari pagpagawa dyan sa dam or whatever. Kunwari si Project A kailangan niya ng 1 billion. 1 billion pesos. Yung 1 billion pesos na yon, sabihin na natin na 50% nun through credit, pagkatapos yung the rest ng amount nun is going to be funded by the Philippine counterpart. Ganon. So hindi siya absolutely na makukuha lang sa what do you call this? Hindi siya absolutely na makukuha lang dun sa loan mismo. Ngayon, of course, syempre, yung part ng sa gobyerno, yun yung hihingin mo na budget kapag ka budget season. So, yun yung isasama mo sa NEP. So, ang tanong ni Kong Ungab, bakit yung 11 na foreign assisted project nawala? Ba't hindi siya naging part ng part siya ng NEP, bakit siya nabura nung naging GAA na? Yun yung tanong ni Kong Ungab. Ayan, okay. Teka, tapusin natin ha. Ayan, hi Mami Laika.
Yes, hindi ko naabutan pero naloka ako dun sa nawala tapos ibibigay na lang magkakaroon siya as unappropriated. And then usually binibigay sa last quarter na ng taon. Para sa flagship project, last quarter ng taon.
Gagawin mong
So,
unappropriated, no? Hindi.
Parang kung may matira, sige,
Unprogram. Gagawin mong unprogram. Oo.
Wala ka na talagang magagawa nun kasi tama siya. Kapag last quarter ka na, kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo si Inday, yung 11 days ni Inday doon sa confidential fund, na sinasabi nilang grabe naman si Inday, parang sa amin po, yan, magaling ka. Bongga ka. Pag binigyan ka ng budget at nagamit mo kagad, nagastos mo on time, bongga ka. At nabagastos mo ng mabilis, bongga ka.
Oo, kasi planning yun eh. Planning matters yun eh. 'Di ba? Ibig sabihin, meron kang sound plan na kapag dumating yung funds, implement ka lang, 'di ba?
Oo, bid ka kagad. Ito ngayon, ito yung problema kasi ito parang yung foreign assisted So, hindi ka talaga pwedeng kumbaga maghanap na ng mga hangga't wala kang sure na pondo, hindi ka pwedeng kumilos.
Oo.
Hindi ka pwedeng maghanda, hindi ka pwedeng mag-prepare. So pag binigay sa'yo ng last quarter yan, para kang ginago niyan. Alam mo, para kang parang alam mo namang hindi mo magagawa pero ibibigyan ka ng pera para yung sisi sa'yo kasi bakit hindi mo nagastos yan?
The reason why hindi talaga nila hindi nila talaga pinrioritize tong mga projects na to. Kasi nga pag foreign assisted, mahirap mangurap. Mahirap mangurap, mahirap mahirap
Kasi
pumorsyen,
nakabantay yung foreign entity na kapartner mo, nakabantay yan. Kaya nga yung sabi niya, kapag binigay niyo ng last quarter yan, hindi kami doon pa lang kami magsisimulang kumilos kasi hindi ka pwedeng magsimulang kumilos nang nakabantay yung partner mo parang magkakaroon ng masisita kayo ng foreign partner niyo na parang may anomalya.
Oo. So ngayon, hindi na pinrioritize, ilagay nila sa unprogram. Remember yung explanation nga dyan ni Goddess tungkol doon sa unprogram funds, di ba? Na ang unprogram funds, mapopondohan lang yan once mapondohan na lahat ng nasa regular budget. Ibig sabihin, pang lang yan, yung pang subi-subi na lang yan na pera. So ngayon, ibig sabihin, there is an issue on priority. Hindi talaga pinriority itong mga flood control programs na ito. Yung flood control program na tinutukoy dito ni Kong Ungab ay itong mga ito. 11 yan. In 2024, yung 11 flood control program na yan, ano to? Ambal, Simuway River and Rio Grande de Mindanao River Flood Control Projects, Cavite Industrial Area Flood Risk Management Project, Flood Risk Management Project for Cagayan de Oro River, Flood Risk Management in Cagayan, Tagoloan, and Imus Rivers, Infrastructure Preparation and Innovation Facility in, walang pangalan to, walang lugar, Integrated Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change Adaptation Measures in Low-Lying Areas of Pampanga Bay, Integrated Flood Resilience and Adaptation Project proposed under ADB loan, wala ring wala ring lugar. Metro Manila Flood Management Phase 1, Parañaque Spillway Construction Project, JICA assisted, Pasig Marikina Channel Improvement Project, Philippine-Korea Project Preparation Facility. Yan yung 2024. 2025, ito yung 11 project. Carried yung number 1, Ambal Simuway River. Number 2, carried din. Number 3 is different. For 2025, Davao City Flood Control and Drainage Project. Kapalit nung sa project sa Cagayan de Oro. Tapos, Flood Risk Management Project for Cagayan de Oro. I think ginawang number 4 pala yung sa Cagayan de Oro.
Hindi ko magets mga flagship yung mga yan. Bakit nilagay sa program? Tapos parang may kapartner ka ni. Itataya mo na rin yung party mo. Bakit hindi pa tinuloy? Ano bang
hindi pinrioritize. Basically, question of priority. Hindi siya pinrioritize.
Oo, kasi nga pag priority mo yan, yung yung katapat na perang ilalagay mo diyan. Bantay sarado yun ng foreign entity na kapartner mo.
Mm-hmm.
So hindi mo pwedeng galawin. Wala kang kita.
Tsaka syempre, part ng loan terms yun. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung part mo, kailangan i-comply mo or otherwise, mag-violate ka doon sa loan terms, di ba? Ngayon, pag nag-violate ka doon sa loan terms,
kasi pag pag halimbawa, sinabi mo, o yung party naman ng foreign na na niloan ko naman, pwedeng gamitin. Hindi papayag yung foreign entity. Ang gusto niya, ito yung nilo-loan mo, asan yung parte mo, yung capital mo. Hindi pwedeng magsimula yung project kasi paano kung hindi mo maibigay yung portion mo. So paano naman ako yung inutang mo sa akin matitenga. Kaya bantay sarado pag foreign assisted yung project. Wala silang kita kaya hindi na nilagyan. So ang ending, walang nangyari.
Oo. And it gets interesting, no, Mami Laika. Tapusin lang natin itong ano pala to? Ito pala yung budget hearing ng DPWH sa Committee on Appropriations. Ayan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I would like to simplify what really happened. The transformation of those ODA funded projects in 2024 and 2025. I have here the 4 books of the budget books. Ang tawag ko nito noong araw, ang 4 na libro ng APRO. Sa 2024 National Expenditure Program, pumasok yung ODA. 21.6 billion. Nandito.
Hindi pinansin ni hindi na rin bin-acknowledge ni Kong Ungab yung explanation ng taga DPWH. Walang sense yung explanation sa DPWH. Hindi ko maintindihan. Yung pinagsasabi niya, Diyos ko, sobrang hindi klaro.
Ginagyan ko ng
bakit hindi nagsinagot ng diretso, no?
Oo, nalito lang siya. Parang sinasabi niya, kasi itong mga project na to, kailangan may feasibility study, kineme. Mahirap kasi ito dahil kailangan ibangga ang kineme. Nagsasabi nito.
Actually, tama naman yung explanation niya. Kaya lang, hindi naman yun yung tanong. Ba't kailangan mo ikwento yung process?
At correct, and saka Mami Laika, yung issue on the feasibility study, yung mga ganyan-ganyan, bago nagkaroon kasi may loan agreement na to eh. Hindi mo ipapasok yan sa NEP kung wala pa yung loan agreement. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga bagay na yan, settled na yan. Bago niya pinresent.
Tama ka. Lahat ng hihingan mo ng budget dapat may feasibility study. I don't know sa corporate ganyan. Pag hingi ako ng budget, bakit ito yung project ko? Ano yung feasibility study niyan? Kikita ba tayo diyan? Ano yung impact niyan? Ano ba yung objective ng anong yan? kailangan ng kumpanya yan. At kikita tayo, sige, ituloy mo yan, babudgetan namin yan. Hindi pwedeng hihingi ka na ng budget tapos wala ka pang study. Ano yun? Para kang
Correct.
humingi sa mga penging pera. Ganun lang.
Oo. And take note, Mami Laika, itong 11 na pinag-uusapan natin dito, nasa NEP to. Pinasok to sa NEP.
Oh, nasa NEP na.
Nasa NEP na. So, kumbaga parang, ano sinasabi mo na kailangan pa ng feasibility study, kailangan pang i-review, kineme, ganyan. Eh, bakit mo pinasok sa NEP, putang ina mo? Diba? Pagkatapos sasabihin mo na, hindi kasi kailangan na ganito, tapos yung budget, ganyan, ineme, ganun. 2 years mo ng fiscal year na pinapasok sa NEP yan. Pagkatapos sinasabi mo, kulang-kulang. Anong kaputahan yan? 'Di ba? Anong kaputahan yan? So anyway, and ituloy lang natin tong explanation ni Kong Ungab.
Pagdating sa GAB 1, General Appropriation Bill, white book with red letterings. Pumasok din, fitful copy, 11 projects, 21.6 billion. Pagdating sa GAB 3, third reading dito sa House of Representatives, pinawasan ng 5.4 billion, ang naiwan 16.1 billion. So sa House of Representatives pa lang, binawasan na yung ODA. And you know what happened pagdating sa GAA? Pagdating sa GAA, this is now the product of both the Senate, the House of Representatives, at saka sa BICAM. Zero kinatay yung buong ODA. Nakakahiya sa ating mga foreign creditors. Punta naman tayo sa 2025. Ito yung ginawa. As is, yung proposal, National Expenditure Program,
May stop tayo.
11 projects,
Stop
foreign
tayo.
funded.
So,
Yes, me.
sa GAA 3, yun sa Congress na bawasan. Pagdating sa GAA, yung BICAM na Congress and Senate, nawala. And then, naipasa yung budget, pinirmahan ni BBM. Hindi niya chinek, putang ina flagship project, nawala. Putang ina, ano yan? Ang bobo. Pinirmahan niya yan, ha? Tumaan sa kanya. Hinayaan niya.
Oo. Bali, well, si Kong Ungab kasi medyo mahaba yung explanation niya eh. But if you're going to summarize it, 2024, yung 11 ODA funded project, 21.6 billion, 2024, deleted entirely. 2025, yung ODA project is 27.5 billion pesos. Ang tinira na lang sa GAA is 9.2 billion pesos. Kaya nga dito, you can, hindi ka makapaniwala dito na putang ina. Talaga, BBM, wala kang alam. Yung mga supposedly flagship projects mo, hinayaan mo lang nakatay-katayin ng ganyan katindi. Proposal mo, 21 billion, pagkatapos entirely deleted, pumayag ka. Sa 2025, 27 billion, 9 million lang yung natira, pumayag ka. Diba?
O, tapos flagship project yan, ha? Na merong foreign loan. Nakakahiya sa kausap sa ano.
And these are supposed to be the flagship flood control projects. Supposedly, ito yung mga flood control projects na dependable at tumatagal.
Correct.
Ayan.
Kasi hindi makikipag-partner yung foreign entity kung yung feasibility study niyan is hindi maayos. Hindi ka papautangin ng hindi magpapautang yung foreign counterpart natin kung hindi maayos, kung sa tingin nila hindi maayos yung mga project na yan.
Oo.
Tataya sila ng pera eh. So,
tataya sila ng pera, tataya rin sila ng kredibilidad. Diba?
Oo. So, ibig sabihin yung mga project na yan talaga yung mga project na kailangan pero nawala.
11 total of 27.5 billion nandito. Nilagyan ko ng marker. GAB 1, first reading, faithful copy. Nandito yung 11 projects. Total of 27.5 billion. Third reading, House of Representatives. Binawasan ng 18.6 billion, ang naiwan 8.9 billion na lang. ODA funded ito. May approved loan na sa mga foreign creditors. GAA 2025. in fairness to the other house, to the Senate, binalik nila yung 300 million. So yung 8.9 na naiwan dito sa House, naging 9.2 billion. Walang binawas pagdating sa Senado, pero ang overall total, ang nabawas is 67% of the flood control budget, which are big ticket. Pag sinabing big ticket, malalaki ito. These are the, kumbaga, super highway, dito dadalo yung maliliit. So what happened to the ODA projects? It's very simple. Tingnan nyo lang. Nawala yung big ticket projects at nagsusulputan na parang kabuti yung maliliit na projects. Makita nyo yan sa budget. In other words, gi-chop-chop yung ODA, foreign funded projects, pumunta sa maliliit na mga proyekto. So, sino ang members ng chop-chop gang dito? So, I have 3 questions for DPWH. First question ko, kung natuloy sana itong mga proyekto, 2 taon yung 2024 zero budget, reduced by 67%.
Please wind up, Honorable Sir.
These are very important questions, Your Honor. The public should know this. First question ko, kung natuloy sana itong mga proyekto na ito, could have this help solve the problems in Metro Manila? Kasi nandito yung Metro Manila Flood Control Project at saka yung Pasig Marikina Channel Improvement. Second, sayang wala si Secretary Bunuan. I'm going to ask him sana dito. Did Secretary Bunuan reported this to the President? Kasi kung 2024 pa lang, na zero na yung ODA, sana hindi na mangyari yung 2025. Di ba? Last question para sa DPWH. Can we still avail of those loans? Kasi nagbayad na tayo ng commitment fee. So, Secretary Vincison, I know you are a finance guy also. Sayang yung long-term, kaya nga malalaki yun, big ticket, long-term project. Saka ito, may study talaga, kumpleto. Pwede ba natin i-reavail yun? At saka yung maliliit na project, yun na lang gawin nating Government of the Philippines counterpart. I hope we can do that. So, yun po, yun lang po ang matanong ko. Sana meron pa akong isang question, hindi ko na lang idagdag. Let's hear from DPWH, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sidungab. Sir, tama po kayo, no? Napaka-importante po ng ating mga flagship projects, no? Gago na po yung mga foreign funded projects, no? Dahil po hindi po pwedeng madigay ito. Dahil ang mga digay may kaakibat na dagdag na babayarin at meron din kaakibat na dagdag na utang. Kaya po talagang priority po yan at pipilitin po namin, no, na siguraduhin na makahabol tayo ngayong 2026 dito po sa ating mga foreign assisted projects. Kamukha po ng Davao Samal Bridge, halimbawa, no, kamukha po ng mga bridges natin dito sa Metro Manila. Meron din pong flood control na foreign assisted project dito sa Metro Manila at sa ibang mga lugar. So, makakaasa po kayo na pipilit po namin i-preserve at kung kaya po talaga pong pataasin pa ang appropriation natin para sa mga foreign assisted projects natin for 2026.